Hey guys, hope you guys are having an awesome Tuesday. Today we had some absolutely incredible set of news from both companies. These set of news gave way to a lot of discussions online, in particular to the price action that followed such bullish news. Though the news should have sent both stocks on a run, GameStop and AMC both traded bearishly through most of the day, signifying just how out of touch with reality the current prices for the stocks are. Nothing proves the manipulation of each of these stocks more than when a set of positive news come out and the resulting reaction from the price. However, we must not lose focus, because a dip should always be welcomed. Buy orders today were much higher than sell orders, and many of these transactions were done by people willing to buy and hold the stock under any and all circumstances. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that with all these bullish news and resulting dips, one of the constant factors that follow is a wave of buyers. The phenomenon has become so habitual that it is predictable and will have serious effects later on when these levels of manipulation are not able to be maintained. With so much of the volume being bullish, it is times like today where I become most optimistic about AMC and GameStop. The mother of all squeezes is the true beneficiary of all of this, because the more suppression there is implies that a substantial amount of naked shorts have to be printed. On bullish days such as today with the recent set of news that we will go over in a minute, these stocks performed bearishly, and with order flow indicating way more purchases than sell-offs, this points to the same end. The squeeze for AMC and GameStop grows and becomes stronger by each day, but even more so on days like today, which is why you shouldn't despair or become bored about the whole situation. Each price dip is an added point to the growing divergence between the price and the real value of the stock, which has a direct effect on the squeeze potential. Many polls have been running by accounts much bigger than mine, and it is so obvious that the floats are owned by retailers and the only thing being sold are naked shares, which means the only thing we are trading for right now is for a bigger squeeze, because the squeeze is already going to happen. I love days like today because the growing divergence between price and real value of a stock means a higher floor and higher ceiling for GME and AMC, and that gets me jacked every time. AMC came out right out of the gate today with the intention of bringing the best news AMC has delivered all year, to be honest. Adam Aron announced that the company is not seeking for stockholder approval of the proposal to increase the total number of shares for the stock. Adam Aron explained that though he disagrees with shareholders, he respects their wishes and said that the company has decided to remove the 25 million share dilution request off of the table once and for all. Furthermore, he stated that AMC will not be requesting any more dilution for the rest of the year either. This is monumental for a variety of things. One is that we do not have any more negative catalysts to watch out for. No more requests for dilution mean that we can remain pretty laid back and chill about the stock for the remainder of the year. 2. AMC is aware of what shareholders want and are placing themselves to focus on giving people what they want. This is a big deal because AMC does not agree with the main sentiment from retail that the company should not have another dilution, but are willing to compromise on it because they want to comply with the wishes of their constituents. Today marked a key step in healing any sort of ill will that may have been raised in the past month between APES and AMC. People in AMC are not on the same page with everything, and I could not be any more excited about what is to come. And third, it withdraws or lessens the anxiety or uncertainty from big institutional investors. Though apes hold the float, big money can literally only help us, and it is always a great sign when institutions buy more and more shares of AMC. As such, with more dilution being rid of once and for all, big institutions that have been lingering to see what would happen will have one more incentive to invest in this great company. Further proof that this company is on a full turnaround lies in the box office. Fast 9 has collected over $500 million globally, the first movie to do so since everything that started going down last year. And now with the recent announcement that AMC is looking to adapt and host UFC and other sporting events and even esports, this company is on a serious turnaround. Get freaking hyped already, because AMC stock is at an amazing discount right now compared to where it will be in the short distance future. But AMC wasn't the only one making big news today. Oh no, the spotlight was shared with GameStop for sure, because the company's news release that they had today points to its ever-increasing operational needs and its limitless ambition. I said on multiple videos in the past, particularly on yesterday's vid, that GameStop is looking to bolster up its capabilities to start competing with giants like Amazon or Walmart, and I know some of you brushed that off as hyperbole. Let me tell you, there is no hyperbole in that statement, because GameStop has one mission and one mission alone, and that is to adapt its online market and catch it up to speed as quickly as possible in order to become a formidable opponent to the biggest online retail companies in the world. Today, GameStop announced that they have continued their expansion of its North American fulfillment network, and have entered into a lease of a 530,000 square foot facility in Reno, Nevada, which is expected to become operational in 2022. This expansion will allow the company to grow its product offerings and, more importantly, expedite shipping across the West Coast. This news follows the recent GameStop leave of the 700,000 square foot facility in Pennsylvania. What is most interesting when reading this article is the wording that they used when they said expansion of its North American fulfillment network. Could GameStop already be looking to lease and expand in other continents like Europe, South America, or Asia? This would be insane, but it would be the most practical approach. Think about it. Most of the new members on the board of GameStop are veterans of Amazon, and Amazon has distribution centers and warehouses all over the globe. It is only logical that they would implement the same systematic expansion that they have helped nourish for decades. GameStop's ever-growing commerce business will impose a threat to the giants, in particular because GameStop is way more popular than most other big giant online retail stores. They might have been first to set up a successful online network, but GameStop is catching up really fast with its impressive new business model and ambitious board members. The Fed conducted reverse repo operations totaling over $772 billion today. Dark pool trades reported for GME accounted for 46% of the total volume, while AMC dark pool trades accounted for 60% of the total volume today. Before we begin talking about today's price action, let me put the disclaimer that I am no financial analyst and that everything discussed in this video is the result of countless hours of research to inform you guys of what is happening. AMC traded incredibly bullish on the pre-market, rising over time for a nice quick breakout upon market opening. Sadly enough, hedge funds seem to have had a bad weekend and decided to hit hard today, dipping the price for pretty much the rest of the day. AMC tried to have a breakout right before noon, but even that was cut short. The stock then entered a descending triangle only to break support and fall back down to $49 support. The stock closed at 49.96 below the VWAP. I think today the stock was heavily shorted and oversold, which could have it bounce up a little tomorrow pre-market, but I wouldn't bet on anything. It is clear as daylight that hedge funds are not wanting this stock to keep consolidating over $50 and are really implementing all types of tactics to force AMC into dropping below it by Friday. Though we had a great pre-market as I had previously said we would, AMC simply got shorted to the brink today. Though a $5 drop is not the end of the world, for a Tuesday it is kind of unprecedented, at least in terms of the aggressive expansion of shorts intent. But remember, the price levels don't really matter that much since price isn't tied to value for AMC nor GME, so take this as a discounted opportunity to buy more cheaply. GameStop price action was more interesting to follow, with the stock falling upon market opening but not being victim to shorting to the extent that AMC was today. The stock was moving between 193 and 199 for most of the day after that initial big drop. The stock did not manage to get a lot of that much needed consolidation, but it did have a bounce around the later hours of the day, closing above the VWAP at 199.56. My theory as to this is because hedge funds are hyper-focusing on defeating the dangerous consolidation of AMC at the $50 mark and are putting a bit more efforts over there, allowing GME to move with a bit more freedom. However, that isn't to say that things will stay like this for the rest of the week. I bet hedge funds also want to defeat GME's consolidated price above $200 and get it down to 190 or below as much as possible by this Friday, so it will be interesting to see how much they can get away with. GameStop is really putting up a fight to stay above 200, especially after looking at the after-hours price action. Regardless, I am in serious need to add to my portfolio some extra GME, so a price dip would be mostly welcomed in my eyes. Today's big question is, do you think fate exists, or do you believe in free will? I am so very curious to read your answers. Also, let me know if you liked the video and please drop a like on it if you enjoyed it. As always, thank you for making it to the end of the video. Big shout out to all my Patreons who make this channel possible, as well as all the people with the single-time donations. Please consider joining it if you enjoy this channel. YouTube pays scraps because I am not a human sitting in front of a camera. I live in Florida, and we have a hurricane coming in exactly where I happen to be, so if there is no video tomorrow, please excuse me. It is either because the internet's down or because the electricity went out, or because something more serious happened. I will keep you guys alerted and notified if I cannot make a vid tomorrow, so be sure to follow me on Twitter for notifications. My link is in the description of this video. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow on the next video, so enjoy the rest of your day.